Good evening, everybody. I would like to extend our warm welcome on behalf of Sri Chaitanya and Infinity Learn. I'm so glad to see you. And I'm so happy to be in Patna. We've been trying to do this for the last 15 years, but we didn't have the bandwidth to do so. Actually, my father wanted to establish something here, and he visited about 15 to 18 years ago, but he couldn't establish anything here due to various constraints. We realized that a lot of IIT test takers, IIT aspirants and JEE NEET aspirants are from Bihar. But unfortunately, a lot of them are going to a neighboring state or a different state for quality education. So before we go forward with the announcement, I would like to tell you a little bit about Sri Chaitanya. Sri Chaitanya was started in 1986 by my parents, who were doctors who returned from Iran. And they started this with 86 girl students for 11th and 12th grades. And I remember them working as a child, I remember them working day and night. And today, we have about 7 lakh students across 800 branches. So both my sister and I joined Sri Chaitanya to work with my parents in 2006. And in 2008, we started Sri Chaitanya Techno schools. We did not have schools before, it was only +1 and +2. After that, we saw the strength triple, which contributed to the 700,000 students, 7 lakh students we see today. So with that inspiration, we started Infinity Learn last year, which is also doing very well. The reason behind this is that we were able to establish 800 branches, but we weren't able to reach every single corner of the country. And it's impossible to do so also, to have a physical presence in every city, every town, every village. But due to COVID, everybody understood how to use technology and apply that towards learning. So we thought this would be a best way to make sure that every student who's going to a local school or a local college and who has potential to do very well in life, very well in education, but is falling behind because of lack of quality education. So that was the aim behind starting Infinity Learn. So coming to the next point, we are launching Knowledge Hub, Sri Chaitanya Infinity Knowledge Hub in Patna. This is the first year we are going in that direction. Knowledge Hub is a coaching center where students can come to us, from 6th grade students to 12th grade students can come to us for after hours program. After hours program for JEE and NEET. We did wonders in the South. I'm sure everybody is aware of that. We changed the way 11th and 12th students are educated. We are hoping to achieve the same here in Bihar. So before Sri Chaitanya came into the picture, in Andhra Pradesh, just like it is happening right now in Bihar, the students used to go to college, to one college, and for coaching somewhere else. Some of them used to wake up at 3 in the morning, get to a coaching center by 4:30, and get to their actual college, and then get home by 7 o'clock in the night. And some of the students used to go to college by 8, and then a coaching center by 5, and get home at 10 in the night. So there is that stress, and there is also a bigger stress where one topic is happening in their college, another topic is being covered in the coaching center. So a student has to learn 2 topics at any given point of time for every subject. Imagine the kind of stress it gives the student. So for this year, we are launching Knowledge Hub, but for next year, we will launch schools also, K to 10, and then that will graduate to 11th and 12th and going forward. So we wish to bring everything under the same umbrella, both regular teaching and integrated courses under the same umbrella, under the same roof, so the student does not have to go anywhere for additional help or additional training. So in schools, we follow an integrated program where from 6th grade onwards, we focus on JEE and NEET so that the student will be more confident, more successful by the time they're done with their 12th grade. Like for example, in 8th grade physics, there is a chapter light, for example. So we teach whatever's required for that grade, and we teach the concepts that's required for JEE as well. And then we make the student practice problems based on that. Now, you may say that this sounds stressful, but it is not. I feel that it's not stressful. My parents, students, and teachers, they say this is not very stressful compared to 11th and 12th. Because we all have to agree that until 10th grade, studying is a breeze. 11th and 12th, on the other hand, the syllabus triples. So it's very stressful for the student coming from 10th grade, who was studying at such slow pace, to suddenly learn so much more. So we are taking that 2 years of syllabus and we are spreading that into 7 years. And which is why we are able to come out very successfully. And also we focus on concepts and fundamentals. We don't believe in burdening the student with dumping the knowledge or subject onto the student. For example, a student can come out successfully in a lot of competitive exams. We don't train the student for each and every competitive exam. We train the students on fundamentals and concepts and application skills. I believe that is our strength. And another way to look at this is, the world is moving forward. Before integrated coaching, teaching JEE and NEET in 6th grade wasn't very popular. But from the last 10 years, almost every student, at least down south, they are getting into the system. So for everybody else, now it has become a necessity, not a choice any longer. And it also comes with the benefit of learning the same syllabus in a more relaxed way, as opposed to stressing out in 11th and 12th. Now you can ask me, why should we pick you while there are so many other institutes there? So what do you look for in an institute before you join? The stability, experience, curriculum, teaching, and finally, whether they've proven themselves in result or not. So the secret behind Sri Chaitanya's success is R&D. We have a 300 people team in Hyderabad in our central office, only working on how to improvise the curriculum, only working on adapting to the changing trends in the education system. So we have a 300 team dedicated only for that. And we also have continuous training sessions for our teachers. In summer, we have a 3-week training session for each and every teacher. And every few months, we have at least a few days training session, updating them with what changes we've made in the curriculum and how they're performing with their students. And we analyze the student performance that they are teaching, and we guide them as to how to improvise and where to improvise. And then the next comes the papers, the question papers. We test our students periodically, which is very frequent, and we analyze each and every error. Error analysis is the strongest point we have. We analyze why the student did that mistake. Was it because of missing logic, or was it because of missing concept, or was it because of calculation error? So based on that analysis, we give them more questions for practice so they won't make that same error again. And when it comes to result, I don't have to specifically stress on it, but I will tell you anyway. Like for example, for last year JEE mains, we have 4 in top 10, 4 students in top 10 and 22 students in top 100. For JEE Advanced last year, we have 3 students in top 10 and 26 students in top 100. For NEET, we have 3 students in top 10 and 21 students in top 100. Now, these are classroom students. This is not long distance. This is not a test series. These are actual classroom students that attended Sri Chaitanya from morning to evening. And This is 25% of the total result from the whole country from one institute. So we also very proud to say that over the last several years, we have provided over 10 lakhs engineering ranks, both in local exams and IIT put together. 10 lakhs engineering ranks in the last several years. And 80,000 doctors, I'm very proud to say that we have catered to 80,000 doctors who are actually either in medical school or past medical school. So I don't want to stretch the speech anymore because there are other speakers left, but I would like to briefly cover the school result as well. With schools, we stress on Olympiads because we believe that Olympiads will give an insight to the student as to how to prepare for a competitive exam, how to compete with other students, and it will give them the confidence that they can do well going forward. And besides that, most of the topics in these Olympiads are relevant to both JEE and NEET. So we do very well in NTSE. For example, out of the 2,000 cash prizes announced by the government for the final level, we have 162 students. Out of one institute, if the country announced 2,000, we have 162. So I can go on and on about the results, but since there's a time constraint, I'll cut this short. Our vision at Sri Chaitanya, our mission at Sri Chaitanya, is to make sure we make the students realize their potential and do the best they can. For us, each and every student is important, and we feel it is our responsibility to make sure they can do the best they can and they can come out successfully. I went to Sri Chaitanya, on a closing note, I went to Sri Chaitanya, my sister went to Sri Chaitanya, thousands of our staff children either went to Sri Chaitanya or studying there right now. So that is the kind of confidence we have in our curriculum. Crores of parents trusted us, and we lived up to their expectations. I hope you will let us do the same for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Seema ma'am, for the very enriching and very encouraging words. आपको कैसे पता चलेगा कि